that nigga ain't paying. I can't do it if I in my hand, nigga.
This shit is crazy. And this is not the first time I heard this too. I'm trolling. I guess you're trolling, Just. I guess. All right, bro. Let's get into this video, bro. Yo, bro, where? Okay, so my video doesn't have a play button. Nice.
I'll be the first one to say it since nobody want to say it. This Lil Poppa death is very suspicious. It doesn't make sense. Nothing about this makes sense whatsoever.
First off, rest in peace, Lil Poppa. I ain't gonna lie, I did not listen to bro, but it seemed like bro had a huge effect, bro. He was at a YB concert. Everybody knew his lyrics. It seemed like he had a name for himself. This was out of nowhere, bro. And I heard he was on Reggie's stream or some shit like that. That shit was crazy.
All the details they're telling us doesn't make sense, doesn't add up to what they're claiming, which they're claiming is self-inflicted. Lil Poppa was a really talented artist out of Jacksonville who moved to Atlanta once he signed with CMG. But he wasn't just like a Jacksonville drill rapper, as you would imagine, like most rappers.
Any nigga that signed with CMG, word. You heard? Word. You heard? Word.
Out of Jacksonville. Word. They are they are involved in
I don't know who he is.
War and gang feud. So
he's he was a rapper that was in, well, he just said it, but he was a rapper that was in Jacksonville, moved to ATL to sign with CMG. CMG is, I don't know, who is it? Yo Gotti? I think that's Yo Gotti shit. Yo Gotti, I don't know. Nah, that was Gucci Mane. I'm thinking of Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane signed Big Scar in them. I'm thinking of some,
doing drill music about killing each other.
But I'm sorry, niggas in Memphis is really, really similar. Niggas from Memphis is really similar.
Was a little different, right? Due to losing a lot of friends during that war, Lil Poppa made kind of emo music, bro. He was in his feelings a lot in his music, which is why when it was announced yesterday that he had passed away and his death was self-inflicted, a lot of fans kind of just said, well, makes sense. They were even pointing to old videos from about a week or two ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, where Lil Poppa was kind of insinuating or predicting that he may be dead soon.
They don't. You'll be proud of me, OG. Woke up, read me a Bible verse, got some breakfast in my system, talked to God about it. You know what I'm saying? And he laid it on me. I got one more album, EP, mixtape, whichever one it's going to be, I got one more. And it's over, I'm going to find my peace.
Many interpreted him.
Bro, you don't just say that online. I don't bro, you don't I feel like bro knew something was up. Something was off. I feel like bro knew. I don't know. You don't just post a video like that. And why a lot of artists are beginning to post videos like that before some crazy shit happens.
Saying he's going to drop his last project and then go find peace, as he's gonna go to heaven, right? He's gonna drop his last project and then die. That's what a lot of people looking back in hindsight is interpreting that to mean. Even his bio was a little suspicious and hinted towards him being depressed. In his bio, it actually says, first we're born, next we suffer, then we die. The end. And why I feel
Yo, bro, what is going on with these niggas, dog? And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying it in a people really need to start really seeing what's wrong with these rappers mentally nah, this is I feel like this is happening too often. I don't know. I feel like this is happening way too often.
A lot of people weren't really concerned with this bio. It's because it falls in line with what his music is. His music was deep. It was introspective. It was emo. Yo, this dude was not the biggest rapper on earth, right? As you probably know, because when he passed away, a lot of people didn't really know who he was or really wasn't tapped in. But his music resonated with a lot of people, which is why when he passed away, you had a lot of artists reacting in a visceral way because, yo, this dude music touched a lot of rappers. He is the true definition of your favorite rapper, because he's not mainstream or not well known to, let's say, the masses, But when he passed away, you have people who are probably a little bit more popular than him, you know, like the rapper Pluto, where she reacted on live stream horror.
Who the fuck is... Yo, I know he's not talking about the girl that made the song with YK Niece.
Horrified. Boosie even gave a tribute, right? Lil Duval gave a tribute to him.
It's TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at it.
It's TikTok, bro.
I'm not even looking like that. I'm not even looking at y'all.
I'm not even studying y'all right now.
Y'all lying ass. I don't play like that. What the hell?
You don't play with Dev, bro.
What y'all talking about? I'm finna get out this bitch.
What happened?
Cause y'all negative. On my mama, y'all talking about Lil Poppa on my mama. Like, I'm not even playing on my mama.
They being negative.
Oh my God, no. No, serious. No. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I won't give a, TIP Thug and Peace to Lil Poppa, man. Yeah, my little nigga right there, you know. Always supported me, looked up to me, my nigga. Always came to Boosie Bear. Shot at little nigga too.
Nah, this shit is crazy.
So TIP.
Yo, that's another thing, yo. Boosie fucking know everybody in this shit, dog. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga been around for a minute in this shit.
Poppa, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie.
Peace, nigga. Yeah, Poppa. Talented ass nigga, boy. TIP Poppa, nigga. Duval legend, nigga. The Duval legend, nigga. Legend across the world. YNs, the niggas. Pop. My daughter, them niggas. Pop. TIP Poppa, nigga. Love.
Now, here's where the weird stuff begins, okay? So when he initially passed away, or when, you know, the reports came out that he passed away, it was first reported that it was an overdose. And you have people in the industry, actual rappers who will be in the know, because these people, you know each other. They were even reporting that this was an overdose. YG Fatso actually knew Lil Poppa too. So he wrote, I honestly think bro went out how he wanted to. It ain't no pill popper who don't know the consequences of it. I do at least 830s per day.
Bro, why are we just like randomly saying niggas is taking 830s? Like this is some normal shit. Yo, yeah. We gotta start checking on these niggas' mental health. This shit happening way too often, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
We all know
that shit is bad.
Niggas off overusage. We just don't know when. And y'all folks crazy as hell saying bruh had too much to go out how he did, because that's what makes ish worse. When you paid in full, don't nobody check on you, trying to help you kick the addiction, or even gave a F to see if you okay, because they know you got some money. And in their eyes, all you need is money and you okay. Then the report.
But the thing is that niggas say that, and then when you tell them, yo, bro, you good, bro? I think you should put the drugs down, bro. Let's look into therapy and shit like that. Bro, you dick riding, da da da. I'm never putting the drugs down, da da da. Yo, gang, you feel what I'm saying? Like it's no winning in this shit. Like you tell somebody that pop pills that got mad money, he's gonna feel like, yo, he's gonna have an ego whether you're right or wrong. You're gonna come up to him, yo, bro, I know you get money, da 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 da. Yo, put the pills down. We could get you to therapy. Niggas could get right. We could, you feel me? Work towards better shit. Them niggas is not hearing none of that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Came out and the police started speaking of various sources, and we found out that actually that's not the case at all, right? It was not no overdose. The actual story of how Lil Poppa died is even more suspicious and even more confusing, and somehow, even though we have the full story, we're left with more questions than we had in the beginning of the saga. The police released details to TMZ, and the police says that Lil Poppa actually shot himself after a car crash. Now, if we scroll down, we get more details from TMZ. So TMZ writes that the Hapville Chief of Police, Bruce Hadley, told TMZ that Lil Poppa was in a single car accident on Interstate 85 south of Hapeville, which is when
He was in a single car accident. So that means, wait. I'm trying to grasp a concept. Does that mean like, oh yeah, people was around and he was the only one crashed? Or does that mean like, no, like literally nobody was around, he just crashed by himself? Because that makes it even more like, oh yeah, he tried to drive a car or something and like into something. It says the car was still drivable, and word, that would be entirely crazy.
Called his manager, asked him what he should do. The car was still drivable. Now, let's just stop here for a second, okay? He was in a single car crash. Now, this is a kid who has literally been around murder his entire life. He's a kid who was literally in an active gang war. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just looking too much into it. I don't think this kid is panicking over a car crash. Like, I don't feel like this kid is panicking over maybe having to go ahead and do what, like 30 days in jail over
Nah. Anybody is reacting over doing any type of days in jail. I ain't gonna lie. Whether it's like, yo, damn, fuck this shit. They're gonna have a reaction, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Single car crash. Maybe he.
Nobody's just willingly going to jail.
Driving
Fuck it,
under influence.
Been in a gang war.
I just don't think that this is a type of thing that this kid is losing too much sleep over, right? But you could probably understand why he might, let's say, man, like, yo, I crashed my car. Like, what should I do now? Should I just call the police? Should I like drop my car off? Should I leave it here? What should I do? But the car was drivable. So he drove away from the accident and went to his manager, right? So he called his manager asking what he should do. The car was still drivable. The manager told him they'd meet up in a nearby parking lot at the Hilton Hotel. And Hallie tells us when they meet up, Lil Poppa stayed in his car as he spoke to his manager through the roll down window. Okay. Now,
so this is my question, right? So obviously, if they got this information and the manager is still alive, that they must have obviously got this information from the manager, which means how the fuck did they get the story about him overdosing? They might as well have just act the manager first, the nigga that was actually there. My bugging?
Are still normal, right? You call your manager for help. What should I do? Should I just call the police? Should I leave the car here? You call them. What should I do? Now, if it's a single car accident and you were able to drive off and there's no reports of anybody else being hurt, there's no reports of too much damage happening. Apparently, he hit his car up against a wall or something. His car is damaged, right? Like, he's not dealing with like a vehicular homicide here or something, okay? This is just a single car accident. His car a little bit damaged, but it's still drivable. He could have drove home, for God's sakes, all right? Or left his car with his manager. Now, while they're having a conversation, now the manager apparently doesn't tell the police what the conversation was about. Now, we are told it's unclear what they discussed. It's unclear because the manager never told the police what they discussed. But at some point, the police says the rapper pulled a handgun, put it to his head, and pulled the trigger, shooting himself dead. Hallie tells us an off-duty officer who was working at the hotel called 911. Lil Poppa was rushed to Grady Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Nothing was left whatsoever. Here's why I think it's suspicious. First off, okay, let's look at the series. Let's play the series of events back again, okay? He was driving his car, got into a single car crash. This kid who's been dealing with murders and felonies his entire life panicked over a single car crash accident. Okay, cool. But at that point, he's in the clear. He's not panicking. He left the accident. Is drivable. Nobody else was hit. He's in the clear. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of weird that they didn't disclose like even the in betweens. Like, they don't have to get too much in the conversation, but it's just like this shit looks like reading it out of a book. Like, oh yeah, I had to talk through a roll down window and then blam, shit happened. Like, that's how the story sounds. It's like it's missing a couple parts. Like,
nothing to worry about at this point at all. So how exactly do somebody go from, because if he wanted to do that to himself, he could have got it done at the single car crash where nobody was there. If his goal was to do that to himself, he wouldn't wait to do it at a packed parking lot in front of like the manager and other people. No, he would have done.
And I don't think when they say single car crash, they mean it was just him around. I'm thinking like he was the only one that received damages. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I feel like everybody else was around. They was driving regularly, but he was the only one that actually got in a car accident. I think that's what they mean by like a single car accident.
At the car accident, he would have done it at his home. So the fact that he left and went to his manager shows that his intent was never that. His intent was to actually get help and figure out what to do with the car. But then they're having a conversation, like the window is rolled down. They're having a conversation. Now, even him never hopping out the car to me is a little bit unnatural, right? Because if he calls for help because of the car, you would think she would hop in the car or like he would hop out and they'll start having a conversation. But nonetheless, cool. The manager apparently doesn't tell the police what the conversation was about. From my perspective, I'll be real, bro. I don't even think he did it to himself, man. If I had to guess what I think happened, I think somebody shot him. Because it doesn't make sense. Like, what do you mean he waited until he got to a hotel parking lot to do it? Yo, this man said...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That is a clear, like, immediate, like, I don't know, gang. You feel what I'm saying? You're firing a shot. Everybody in the hotel is gonna hear that shit. They're gonna walk outside. They're gonna wake up. They're gonna be like, yeah, I heard something really loud. Somebody in that hotel is gonna say something about something. Feel me? Like, that makes no sense. Like,
as I dropped my first project, his next project ain't dropped yet.
but to be honest, I'll be so real. A lot of people did, like, I would say, deflect mental health, and this doesn't even just go for men. This goes for everybody, and they don't understand how lost they are. Like, you feel what I'm saying? There's certain people that would dead serious do that just to see if somebody actually cared for them. In the middle of a parking lot to see if somebody would even call the cops, or you feel what I'm saying? Like, they just that off. I'm not saying in this situation, but they just that off on the deep end that it's like that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it may not add up, but I ain't gonna lie, for us, it may not ever add up until somebody that was there or somebody that comes out and actually tells the story, or like they actually saw it, or they were walking by, or some shit like that.
So even the timeline of, hey, he said he was gonna do it, his project ain't dropped yet. Nor was it completed from my perspective or from what I know. I think somebody shot him, bro. I think somebody shot him and they framed him, to be honest, bro. Now, there's cameras. I'm sure there's cameras. I'm sure there's something here that's probably going to show the full story. But this story just doesn't make sense. And right now, the only person who knows or can provide context is the manager. The manager knows what that conversation was about. But the police is saying they're unclear what the conversation was about. They have no idea.
Think about it this way. Yo, the manager literally controls the whole entire situation. Like, it's crazy how one person could literally change, like, one entire situation. Like, if the manager decides to say nothing, we'll just never know. But if the manager decides to say something, we'll probably know in less than a day. That's crazy.
Idea. Why would the police have no idea what the conversation is about? Right? If the manager spoke to the police, then why would the police not know what's going on?
And also, if it's a suicide, why would you withhold the conversation that could possibly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just holding answers from the family. Like, that's literally what you're doing. Because they're going to be like, well, you was there. The family's going to look at you crazy because it's just like, well, you was there and you had a conversation with them. It says it in the sources. All I got to do is just go to Google. You know what I'm saying?
Why would the police not know the conversation? What excuse did they use not to tell the police the conversation? I think that conversation is old. I think we need to know what that conversation is. Because this story of, he was involved in a single car crash. He got to the hotel parking lot for help from the manager, and then while having a routine conversation, he pulled out a gun and offed himself.
This sounds like some shit you would read out of a fucking action book. I ain't gonna lie, bro. There's no way I'm believing this shit, though. There's just no way.
I'm not buying it not one bit at all. I need to know,
especially with the manager shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, your client just did something like you cannot reverse this shit, dog. You heard? There's no way you're withholding any convos. And the funny thing, maybe the only thing I could guess is maybe the manager doesn't really know about the law like that, and then like he was scared of saying anything because it was just like, oh yeah, I might go to jail. They might think I did it. You feel what I'm saying? That's the only reason I could think of the manager not saying nothing at all.
Because this ain't making sense at all.
Anything else does not make sense.
In the comment section, what do you guys think? Does this make sense to you guys? Because it doesn't make sense to me at all, man. Does it?
Nah, that shit, like I said, bro, the only way that shit would make sense for the manager to absolutely not say anything is that if he was scared to go to jail himself. You heard? Like, it's no way, bro. And it's really weird, and it makes it so blatant because it's just like, yo, bro, your client literally did something irreversible. It's either you're just a evil fuck that just don't give a fuck, or you're scared to tell this information because you're scared to go to jail yourself, whether you did it or not. That's how I feel.